Well, the ear rape at the beginning wasn't a good sign about this film. The Silence stars Stanley Tucci as the father of an everyday family when an infestation of long-dormant creatures, soon called Vesps, begin to spread across the United States. The Vesps look like winged goblins. They are blind and attack anything that makes a sound. They are released from an ancient enclosed cavern system a la Rain of Fire, and they spread out, killing everything in sight, quickly reaching from Pennsylvania to other states. Tucci tries to lead his family to safety, with emphasis on his daughter, Allie, who lost her hearing because her grandparents were texting while driving like inconsiderate pricks. Now the family attempts to survive in this new world as a new species appears to challenge mankind as the top of the food chain. Somehow. Along the way, we encounter stupid people making stupid decisions, and the writers showing just how desperate they were to knock off A Quiet Place. This in itself is stupid because copying A Quiet Place is like mirroring the Blair Witch with Paranormal Activity. It wasn't good the first time, what makes you think it will be good after the next 37 times? If you've watched me for a while, you've most likely gathered that I am a man of logistics. I like to know the what, where, when, why, and how of occurrences that have, are, or will happen. Details matter regardless of their size. This is why armor working as it should in the early seasons of Game of Thrones garnered praise, while later seasons like 8 are now as well regarded among audiences as flies at a picnic. So, how do these creatures survive so long in an enclosed cavern system? How are they all not dead from starvation or cannibalism? How long were they down there? Were they all breeding with themselves? They lay eggs in their victims, so were they eating each other and laying the eggs? How was that sustainable? For that matter, how did we lose? You're telling me that people had to flee north to the Arctic Circle to survive? Do you know how far north the Arctic Circle is? Greenland! Like most world-ending events that takes place in the modern day, whenever an invasion or infestation of this kind occurs, it makes no sense to me. You're telling me that there were enough of these Vesps that somehow we lost? There is a gun behind every blade of grass here. We have guns, bats, knives, hydrochloric acid. Fucking Elon gave us the not a flamethrower. Tucci turns on a wood chipper and it kills dozens of these things. Why doesn't John Deere have a military contract? To its credit, The Silence does attempt a couple situations where members of the family must solve how to escape alive, like navigating a breakup with the father holding a shotgun to your head. However, these moments have as little impact as the emotion of the film. Then about halfway through the movie, we're introduced to this holier-than-thou priest who you can't take seriously because he hisses at people. It is adorable. He looks like he'd lose in a fight against a gust of wind. He also demands Allie join his flock because she is fertile. Leave it to psychotic priests to at least be consistent. The priest and his flock immediately replace the Vesps as the primary threat, reducing them to an environmental hazard over the course of one scene. Imagine running from Smaug during his attack on Lake Town, then getting a notification that your loan was denied. You'd think, well, fuck this dragon, I'm taking this pickaxe and going to J.G. Wentworth. This is a problem of cramming too much into your film. Movies like Alien, Jaws, or Predator work as well as they do because of their simple idea focused through a lens. The Silence tries to cram in a blossoming love story, ancient creature Armageddon, a physical disability, a family unity arc, enough slow motion that even turtles sped by, and of course a psychotic religious cult. The film tries to accomplish all of this in an hour and a half and expects me not to laugh when the grandma has to pretend to have asthma in silence. The CGI isn't good and only looks a step or two above the generic Syfy Channel original. Tucci tries his best, but the kids just drag him down. The Vesps have a few actions which show that there was at least some thought behind them, but being replaced by a generic human bad guy quickly overshadows whatever threat the Vesps could have had. Especially when Glenn lies there getting attacked but doesn't flinch. No emotional impact leaves this movie pretty dry while it tries to bite off way more than it can chew. The Silence is just like Bird Box. It's a bad Quiet Place copycat that should be ignored so you can spend time doing something else you'll enjoy, like watching more of my content. So like, share, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time.